So chapter 3 is coming to an end with only 4 seasons, and before I start this video, this is my opinion on what was the best season. If you like chapter 3 season 2, that's great. If you like chapter 3 season 4, that's also great. This is just basically my opinion. So I'll basically kind of recap or highlight what happened in that season. And then after I do that, I will give it a 1 through 10 on what my opinion was on that season. And by the end of the video, I will say what was the best season in Fortnite Chapter 3. So, let's begin. Chapter 3, Season 1. We were going into a new chapter, a new map, new mechanics, and much more. I mean, first of all, we had the Spider-Man Mythic, which is probably the best Mythic we had in a good while. And yeah, we got sliding in the game, which was game changing, making you play differently. And we also had new guns like the Striker, Stinger SMG, and the MK that had a red dot crosshair.
Tornadoes and lightning were later added in the game, and then they got removed. Tents were introduced, and the tents were amazing. The fact that you could store weapons or items in the tent, so in future games, if you find a tent, you can take the gun out of your tent and play. It's a pretty cool feature. We also had Winterfest and Tilted Towers come back in Fortnite. The Winterfest event was pretty great, honestly, as usual. And Tilted Towers came back after I don't know how many years. I think like 2 years. I could obviously be wrong. But yeah, I probably said this earlier in the video, but I'm not gonna go over like all what happened in the season because the video would be too long. I'm gonna highlight or kind of like a little bit recap on what happened during that season. Um, yeah, but Chapter 3 Season 1 gets a 9 out of 10. Next is Chapter 3 Season 2. This season is what changed Fortnite forever, specifically with the introduction of Zero Build, tactical sprinting, mantling, and a overshield. This brought a lot of players to the game, specifically players who quit the game or players who are just trying out Fortnite for the first time. We also had tanks in the game, which they got pretty annoying, especially in tournaments, and we had blimps, which these were alright as well. This was a season that had the war between the IO versus the 7. So we had IO guards, IO bosses, and IO tanks everywhere. And we also had like 7 Sentry AIs and like the battle bus vehicle that they made. So yeah. And at the end of the season, we had a live event with the mech rebuild fighting the IO, ending the war. So Chapter 3 Season 2 gets a 7.9 for me. Next is Chapter 3, Season 3. After we defeat the IO, we celebrate or just vibe. Ballers were back in Fortnite, but they were nerfed hard, and they had a charge. And I thought Fortnite would put something to charge the ballers, but I guess not. You can now ride animals in Fortnite, which that's pretty crazy as well. A great addition to the game. Spider-Man's Mythic was back technically. It was just reworked into Fortnite's version, but it kind of wasn't like Spider-Man's. It kind of sucked, but we still at least had something like it. Darth Vader was finally in the game, even though he didn't get his lightsaber in the game.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
The summer event, this season 3, it was a letdown. I'm not gonna go really too much into it, but if you played, it was kind of a letdown. So chapter 3 season 4, the current one, is pretty much yeah, pretty much crumb is spreading everywhere. We have a new villain called the Herald. And yeah, she is not really menacing. What I mean by that is she's just not uh, she's not really a villain. Like she really hasn't done much to the island. And yeah, but I mean, compared to the Q Queen, she is literally nothing. Yeah, I mean, the Q Queen literally just makes the hero look like a rookie villain. Like, I don't know. But we did get, like, Evo Chrome weapons like the Evo Chrome assault rifle and the Evo Chrome shotgun. Those are pretty decent. And yeah, we have like Chrome POIs and stuff. And yeah, this season was pretty decent. Yeah, I really have much nothing to say about the season. And yeah, so now since we're at the end of the video, I will say what was the best season in Chapter 3, in my opinion. And it was Chapter 3, Season 1. The reason I said this is because it was, a fresh start. Spider-Man was in the game. Spider-Man web shooters were in the game. Spider-Man No Way Home cosmetics were in the game. Snow was in the game. Winterfest started. New guns. Sliding was in the game. A lot of stuff, and it was just something new. And I feel like a lot of people, will agree with me on this one. I mean, it was a pretty good season, honestly. And yeah. So if you like the video, please subscribe as it helps a lot. And yeah, see ya.